Welcome, guys. This is Jordan, and thank you for opting into this next video of a mindset series. So, this video I want to talk about. I want to give you seven keys to help you stay connected to your creativity. Listen, I understand that some people are more creative than others, right? I understand that some people they're able to get a little more inspiration easier than others, but I believe that we all have creativity inside us, right? Especially you guys, you wouldn't be in this academy. You wouldn't be here if you weren't at some point, some type of creator. If you have some type of great creativity, some type of great ideas and music inside of you. Now I understand that at times we can get roadblocks, we can get mental blocks, we can get writer's blocks, and we just might not have the inspiration for the moment, right? So I'm gonna give you seven ways that I stay connected. That even when I don't feel the inspiration, I'm able to still find something I can tap into to get inspiration. To whether I need to write a song, whether I just need that inspiration, I can feel it and I can play with inspiration. Those things are very important, right? When we need to connect with our audience, when we need to make great art. Number one. So the first key for improving to stay connected to your creativity is to just play. How many of you guys play an instrument? How many of you guys sing, right? Whether it's a piano like you see here, or you play guitar, or you just sing, or just do it. Record yourself even when you do it, and just create. Just let it come out, let it flow. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to write a hit song at that moment. Just let it come out and see what happens. And you might find out that you record something like, oh wow, that was okay here and there, and wow, now I'm getting an idea. Maybe you could write a song from that. You just flowed and you're able to create a song from that. Or this times I just get on the piano and I just play and I just play freely, and maybe a song will start to come to me, or I get inspiration and I just start to just kind of play, and I might even sometimes be able to create a masterpiece just through that spontaneity. So that's the first way you can stay connected to creativity. Just flow, just play. You know, at some point, what happens is your instrument becomes like an extension of yourself. Number two, second key for you to stay connected to your creativity is listen to music that inspires you, right? How many of us, I know a lot of us probably have a favorite artist that we love to listen to, right? Go get that person's, album. Go listen to that stream, right? Go on YouTube, check out that music, and just listen to that music that inspires you. We all have that song, or we all have that album or that artist that we listen to. And when we listen to them, they just make us feel like so good inside. We feel like peace. We feel inspired. We might feel energized. Whatever that is, I want you to really pay attention. What is that emotion that they make you feel? I know for myself, for some of you guys that are in on my trading team where we trade the markets, right? We talk about how important it is to like stay connected and feel emotionally good, right? Like the last thing we want to do is get on a call or get on a Zoom and we start making money and we just are out of alignment. We don't want to be feeling we had a bad day, we're frustrated, or we're in fear. So what I do is I love to listen to gospel music. I either listen to gospel music or I listen to like just very easy like classical or lo-fi type piano stuff or lo-fi type music, and it just really puts me in a place of relaxation. I can just be at ease. My mind can calm down, and I can just be relaxed. So now when I go trade, I'm in a good emotional state. So this is like the type of music that will inspire me for those moments. There's times that I need to create. Okay, and I'm like, okay, I might just do number one, and I play a song, right? And I will sometimes go back and I'll listen to an artist. I'm like, there's a part in this song that I like. Let me hear what they did in this song, and I'll get inspiration from all these different songs. I might wind up listening to like 10 songs from one song, and I create this mishmash, this mash of just it's like a nice conglomeration. It's like a collage. I take all these little elements, all these different songs. I create my own masterpiece. So listening to music that really inspires you. Listen to other artists, and listen to music that makes you feel good. That's the second key to really help you stay connected to your creativity. The third key to stay connected to your creativity, and I'm a big component of this when I write songs, is going into nature, right? How many of you love to go and maybe go for a hike, or you need to go, You go for a walk around the block, and you just get inspiration. You just feel at ease. You feel at peace, right? There's such a beautiful connection with nature. Nature is so spiritual too. It allows you to just tap into an essence where it's like, oh wow, I'm not really trying to think so much. I'm not trying to do so much. I'm just kind of being. I'm just in this atmosphere, and I'm able to be free. And you'll see that sometimes ideas just come to you, and you might feel inspired. Right? I know there are times I might be writing a song, and I love to go in the backyard, and I'll just sit on the back porch, and I'll just do nothing. And I'll put a nice pillow in the chair, and I'll just sit back and I'll relax, and I'll listen to the birds chirping. I'll feel the sun on my face, and I kind of just do nothing, let myself be at peace. Then all of a sudden, I might start getting songs. I started hearing melodies in my head, or I start humming to myself, and I'll get that inspiration. I'll get that inspiration. Maybe even before a gig, maybe I need to go outside if it's nice outside before the gig, and I'll just sit down and I'll just relax, and I'll just kind of release all the stress and all the pressure off of me if crazy stuff's going through the day. So when I'm ready for that gig, I'm like, boom, I'm ready. I'm clear. I'm energized. I'm relaxed, and I can play efficiently. And so when I talk about with nature, you go in the back, you go with this nature, you just kind of release yourself. This leads me to my next point, which is key number 4, which is meditation and prayer. Right. So there's gonna be times where we're gonna have lots of stuff going on in our lives, right? You might have kids, you might have a job that you're dealing with on the side. You might have just, you're trying to make sure that the house is taken care of. You might be taking care of your parents, whatever that is. You might have just other responsibilities that are going on that you have to attain to. Sometimes life can get stressful. We can move fast. I know for me, being somebody that was born and raised in New York, it's a very fast paced environment. So I've always been that person like, okay, I gotta get things done. Let's go, let's move. And I'm just always fast paced. So when I moved out of New York and I started going in and moving into these different regions like down south, it was like totally different. I was like, wow, this is nice, it's peaceful, it's relaxed, but I can get bored easily. So I'm like, I gotta move. I'm a New Yorker. So, but I found that when I would get out of this fast paced environment and I would be in these elements where I was able to just kind of relax, I was able to just kind of meditate, and I was able to just pray and hear what God was saying, hear what the Spirit was saying to me, and just let it come to me, and let ideas come, and music would just flow. And it's just like this magical moment. You kind of just release all the pressure off. You just take 3 deep breaths. Now, sometimes what I do is say, come on, you can do it with me right now. Take 3 deep breaths. One more. And release. And one more deep breath in. And release. Let it out. Think about how that makes you feel. You probably feel so at ease. You're so relaxed. I just feel so good. And this is like, sometimes I'll just relax and I'll pray, God, what do you want me to do? Give me a song. I'm ready to write a great song. And I'll just pray and I'll ask. I'll listen. And I'll just sometimes, boom, let's get these downloads all of a sudden when I'm not expecting it. So meditation and prayer is such a beautiful thing. It brings you to this connection with spirit. It brings you to this connection outside of all the worries and of life, and just kind of not worrying about the past, not even worrying about the future. Just kind of being grounded and being totally present with this here and now moment, and just being present with it and being aware with it, and just being totally connected with it and see what happens. See what God plants in you. See what your spirit says. See what kind of ideas you see, what kind of images you hear. See the kind of melodies that just come to you. And this is a great place to be connected to your creativity. And now let's go to number 5. The 5th key that I use to stay connected with my creativity. The 5th key that I use today is I love to read. I'm a reader. I love to read. I listen to podcasts. I listen to seminars. I listen to YouTube seminars. So I would love to go on YouTube, especially maybe if I'm trying to figure something out. I'm like, I got this new product. It's a new compressor, or I got this new software. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it, or I'm really not understand side chain compression or something like that. And I'll go and I'll watch a video, and I'll just totally be like, oh, and I'll get inspiration. I'll I get the knowledge, right? But sometimes I also get the, oh, that's what it does. It allows me to kind of think differently. It opens my mind up, you know. I love to listen to like different self improvement gurus, like um, people like Eckhart Tolle. You have people like Wayne Dyer, Bob Proctor, Les Brown, Grant Cardone. I love Myron Golden, Jim Rohn. Right, these are all like these all great self help gurus who have been in the space and who talk about self improvement and who understand the power of success and the power of creating your life and manifesting your life. And I just listen to these people for like just encouragement and just inspiration. And I'm like, come on, you gotta get up and let's go. You can do it. It makes me feel good to get that admonishment, to get that encouragement, and it will take me out of this place sometimes of fear or doubt or worry, and I can start to just get inspiration, right? So reading a book, reading a book, like I love to read different types of books, just to kind of open up my mind and get that inspiration, right? Think and Grow Rich. You guys know I talk about Think and Grow Rich. That's in one of our in our video, one of my video series on vision, right? And we talk about that book is such a great book. Like it's a key standard for for most successful people, right? I read books like that just to get that inspiration, and it begins to kind of take me out of that place of having writer's block, right? Now the sixth key that we're talking about, that I use to stay connected to my creativity is doing something I love, doing something else that I love. A lot of people don't know. You know what I love to do? I love swimming. I love to swim. So there are times that I'm like, I might be feeling a little down or something like that, and I'll just go do something I'll go do something that I love to do. I'll go swim. Sometimes I might go to the gym and I might work out and I'll exercise. Like working out is a great way to kind of build your inspiration, to build those endorphins, to feel better, and to start attracting that inspiration and really getting out of that hump where maybe you might be feeling down, you might be getting those blockages, right? It clears your energy, right? It clears your energy. So definitely doing something you love. Maybe you like to paint, right? Maybe you like to, like we talked about nature, go out on a hike, right? Whatever that is, do something that you love. There's that thing that you love to do, and it gives you that spark, it gives you that energy, that fire inside, that release, that wind, that just goes through you, right? Yeah, those goosebumps, right? Doing something you love is a great catalyst to really stay connected with your creativity. It starts to open up your mind, right? Put you in that feeling state where you could be inspired again. So definitely, guys, stay connected. Do something that you love. Maybe you're already doing it. Maybe it's music. So go and maybe doing something you love is number one. Just go and play an instrument and get that inspiration. And number seven, the seventh way I stay connected, seventh key I use to stay connected to my creativity is connecting. And what do I mean by connected? I use connection to stay creative, as so far as like I stay connected with groups, right? Maybe you're in a community, maybe you have like a meetup group, you guys meet up, and maybe you guys meet up, maybe you have a book club, or you guys meet up and do hiking. Maybe you're part of a church that you meet up and you guys fellowship together. Maybe you just have a person that you always just call. They always give you great advice, or they just give you great encouragement, right? You have those friends that you have those little gatherings at your house. They say, hey, come on, we're gonna have something to eat. We're all just gonna hang out, have a good time, and just connect, right? These are times of just great joy, right? But the times also of inspiration, right? Really make that connection that I know sometimes when I go to church and they have certain songs, I'm like, oh man, this is so cool. And I'm listening and I might hear a song through that song that they're singing. I'll get inspiration. There are times my friend, I will be talking and we'll be talking about business stuff, and they'll say something. I'm like, wow, you just gave me an idea. And my brain just starts working, because again, we're talking about all these like cool little things that we can do, to help people, to impact the world and improve our business. And I'll start getting all these other ideas when it comes to business, right? I talk to some of my friends who are musical, and I'm like, yeah, man, I was playing this, and I noticed that you be playing this A7, A flat 7 major chord, and you add the fifth, and he's like, yeah, I'll do that, and excuse me, they'll be like, I was watching this person, and I got this idea, and I'm like, wow, and I started getting inspiration just from connecting with that person, right, and it starts to fuel, excuse me, my creativity, and I can go ahead and I can just like, I wind up maybe creating something really cool, connecting also is playing in the band, right? How many times have we played in the band and you just get to that point where the band just has such great synergy and you guys just start doing this like magical things start happening, right? Magical things start happening when you play. Right? I have many times like that when I play like certain musicians, like, oh my god, they're just so good. They're like so good in their excellence. They're so good in their passion with their emotion. They can vibe and their connection with the instrument. It's like when I play with them, I play better. Right? I get inspiration. So, guys, these are my 7 keys to stay connected to your creativity because there are going to be times that you might not be inspired at the moment. There are going to be times where you just might not be connecting. You're trying to write songs, you're just like, oh, I'm not getting it, and these are good ways these are 7 great techniques that you can use, to step out and to have a better inspiration, a better connection of inspiration to be creative. So, guys, thank you. I hope this helped you, to spark that creativity when you're kind of losing the fire. Otherwise, guys, thank you for tuning this video, and I will see you guys on the next.